Who is David Sucks? He's the former COO of PayPal. You guys might know of PayPal.
He's in the PayPal mafia.
He's in the PayPal mafia.
They're spiraling.
Well, according to the spiraling, failing New York Times, David Sacks has 708 tech investments.
Basically, the billionaires freaked out. It seems like someone went into their Signal group chat or whatever and put out a distress signal and was like,
Defend David!
Right.
Go on X, the Everything app, and defend him! The AI software for government contractors, there's this company called Voltron, got $22 million in financing and publicized the contribution of Kraft Ventures, co-founded by White House AI advisor David Sacks. And then the CEO said, actually, that funding was secured before he joined the administration.
Of course, this guy was going to grift.
It's so weird. Did you see the photos of his mansion?
His house looks like shit.
Yeah, it's just crammed onto a lot.
I know.
How are people not constantly driving through that street just hucking dog shit at the houses?
I would have to imagine they have some kind of private security firm that's doing something.
You'd be hucking dog shit at them, too. Why not? They're eggs.
I'm sure those guys are ready to just pop one off in the service of David Sacks and all his freaks.
I'm working downtown with Betty on me. Tell me what's going on. Tell me what's going on. So listen up to Betty on me. Tell me what's going on. Tell me what's going on.
No, it's fine.
Hard to say what it is I see in you. Okay, Tabata.
We actually just listened to that song recently. It doesn't hold up as well as we thought it would.
Is that Blues Traveler?
No, it's actually, everyone thought it was Blues Traveler, but it was actually a band called Sister Hazel.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Oh, man.
Hard to say.
Welcome
what
back.
it
You
is.
can't sing that. You can't sing that. We'll get copyright
What I was
struck.
saying was hard to say what it is that song is about.
I need a haircut.
Stuff only 90s kids know.
Stuff only 90s kids will remember. Tommy Pickles, number one. Rugrat.
Are you
Hey.
are you still, do you still travel to Long Beach to get your haircut?
Yeah.
Ben doesn't have any he doesn't have any routine thing he does that he doesn't travel an hour for.
The dentist.
I call this guy I'm going, it's like 2 p.m. He's like, all right, I'll do it. I'm at the dentist. And then it's like 6 p.m. He's like, I'm still coming back from the dentist. I'm like, where are you?
Yeah, it's in Woodland Hills, which is very far. I'm not going to go there anymore. It's too far. Because I needed a dentist.
There's got to be somewhere closer than
there is. I found 2 spots.
40 miles away.
Yeah. It's only 20, but still. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. We got a banger episode today. We're going to be talking about David Sacks. Oh, I'm sorry. David Sacks.
Ooh,
who
that's pretty
sucks.
good. That's going to catch on. Sorry, David. You're now David.
You might know him as they call him, he's the other South African jumping bean.
That's what they call him. There's the South African jumping bean and the other South African.
He does
jumping bean.
hail from South Africa, but he does not have an accent. And he's got very luscious, kissable lips. We can all agree on that. Democrat
That's
or Republican.
Something I haven't seen pointed out.
That he's got kissable, luscious lips.
You're seeing people say that? Or you're saying that?
I've been seeing people say that, yeah. David Sacks got lips, man. He's got lips for days. Look at those
and
juicy
you'd like
things.
to plant one on him?
Oh, I don't know. Only in dreams. He does look like a worm made a wish to become a human. That's something that everybody can also agree on. And he's the new Trump crypto and AI czar.
Yeah. Special government employee in the administration.
He's super special.
And that's totally fine.
Yeah, and the New York Times just did an what people are calling a hit piece. I wouldn't call it a hit piece. I would just call it objective journalism. Although I did have some, not pushback or qualms, but there were some moments in the article where I was like, that's nothing. Everybody had a happy Thanksgiving.
Oh, hope you had a Thanksgiving.
Everybody
we hope you had
go
one.
check out Emil's new show.
Go check out Ben's new show. Go check out the credit card list.
The credit card list, man. There's great cards on there, folks.
All of these things are going to be linked in the description.
LinkedIn. Whoa, I wonder if that's
Reed
where they got it.
Hoffman.
LinkedIn. And speaking of lips, boy, this guy just put on a layer of something.
I'm all dried out.
They got our lips addicted. They give us.
They really did.
They deprive us of our medicine so they can sell us their cures. Isn't that the saying that
it's
hippies
something
say?
that they like feed us poison and deprive us of whatever.
Of our medicine, and the cures is I always have. I don't think I've gone a day in my life in the last 20 years without having chapstick in my pocket.
I was pretty good for the last 8 months or so, but I've gotten zapped.
It's like Coca-Cola. They put cocaine in it. They put lip
Not anymore.
cocaine in the.
You think there's cocaine in?
I think they put lip meth or something in the shit, man. Making me crave it. My lips will dry out, and I'll look like
mine are currently dry.
A lizard. Yeah, same. All right, that's enough. So
enough horsing around.
Enough horsing around. It's a bad horse. Oh, Jesus. So, who is David Sucks? He's the former COO of PayPal. You guys might know of PayPal.
He's in the PayPal mafia.
He's in the PayPal mafia.
Have you ever seen that picture of the PayPal where they all for like Forbes or something? It's like Google PayPal mafia picture or something. I don't know. Oh yeah, that's it. Fortune. They all dressed like the Sopranos.
Oh my God.
It's Peter Thiel. It's
wow.
It's David Sachs. It's all.
Who else is in there? Oh, look at that cool guy with the sunglasses. Oh yeah.
Oh,
all right,
God.
we got a couple.
Do you see David Sachs? He's right behind Peter Thiel.
Yeah, Peter Thiel. You got a chubby guy with glasses there with the chain. Jeez, these are some.
Yeah, it's.
Is that Aziz Ansari in the top right?
If you don't know, the PayPal mafia was the people who founded PayPal, and then basically they all went on to do.
Invest in each other. Yeah,
invest in each other and do, run Silicon Valley. Basically, Peter Thiel, Elon Musk.
They met at Stanford, he and Peter Thiel.
Yeah, David Sachs is one of those guys who went to Stanford and then joined the Silicon Valley elite with all these guys.
Yeah, he's got a lot of other angel investments that netted him over $1 billion, including early Facebook investments.
Dude, some of these early things just drive you crazy. He created Yammer and sold it to Microsoft for maybe over $1 billion or something like that.
It was just a chat thing. This guy's obsessed with chat software.
He sold it for $1.2 billion.
Jesus Christ. Well, he also was an early investor in Uber, SpaceX, Palantir, which was co-founded by his buddy Peter Thiel, Airbnb. And then, he and Thiel and Elon, they all kind of invested in each other's companies. And what I mean, just to take a quick 30,000 foot view, that's got to feel so wild to like meet your nobody and you meet another nobody in college. And then you and him and all your friends end up just becoming ultra powerful, ultra wealthy. It's got to be a head fuck,
I'm sure it is, and that's probably why they're all so weird and crazy.
That's true.
This guy lives in a massive
mansion.
A massive mansion in San Francisco.
It's so weird. Did you see the photos of his mansion?
His house looks like shit.
Yeah, it's just crammed onto a lot.
I know.
Right next door to another. It's called like Billionaires Row. How are people not constantly driving through that street just hucking dog shit at the houses?
I don't know exactly what that street is like. I mean, who knows? Maybe there is some kind of... I would have to imagine they have some kind of private security firm that's doing something.
I'd be hucking dog shit at them, too. Why not? They're eggs.
I'm sure those guys are ready to just fucking pop one off in the service of David Sachs and all these freaks.
You know what you could do? You remember water balloon launchers?
Yes.
Like the legit ones where you have two guys.
Dog shit launcher.
Dude. Put some eggs in, like you could, if you were good at, there's got to be some Silicon Valley nerds out there who are good enough at math to figure, okay, if we stand right here, we can launch it.
But the thing is, these guys are all vying for a meeting. The last thing those guys want to do is launch dog shit at David Sachs. They're getting ready for their next meeting at Craft Ventures.
Yeah, Craft Ventures.
Craft Ventures is his now VC firm that is investing in all kinds of.
So many companies. It's wild.
Hundreds of projects.
So he was named the AI and crypto czar in December of last year, before Trump took office. Trump said that David Sachs would safeguard free speech online. and steer us away from big tech bias and censorship, as well as work on the legal framework for the crypto industry that it so desperately craved at the time.
Also, one more thing we didn't mention, which if you are unfamiliar with David Sachs, which I'm sure if you watch this show, you've heard us talk about him before, he is a member of the All In podcast.
The besties, which is the gayest thing. Sorry.
Which really caps off the, the podcast administration that we are unfortunately blessed with here.
According to his Wikipedia, he's a former co-host of All In. I think he might just be like a recurring character.
What? Get out of here. There's no way he's not still a part of it. Didn't they do the whole the White House
thing? Yeah. $1 million plates kind of thing.
And they did the whole like podcasting from the White House.
Oh, right. Yeah. But I think he just came back in as like a, who knows? Yeah, he's still very much.
I mean,
a host,
that's kind of the whole thing is, as we're going to get to with this article, is that it's all just a very nebulous. What is his role in anything anymore? Has he stepped away from his venture projects? Has he, has he stepped away from All In? Is he gaining financially from all those things? He's also a special government employee. He takes no salary. He's doing this out of the goodness of his heart. That's how it goes. Usually these are advisory roles. It's usually like academics and everything who come in to offer expertise.
Yeah. So he's a special government employee, which exempts him from confirmation hearings and specific financial disclosure requirements. But he and Craft Ventures sold their direct crypto holdings while maintaining investments in crypto startups is a big caveat. And a bunch of Silicon Valley dorks love him being in there because it means less regulation and more opportunity for them to spread their wings and do whatever the fuck they want and
now
milk our brains for data and exploit us.
Inside man in the administration.
Oh, yeah.
But it's funny, you hinted at it earlier saying there's some stuff in the article that you were you were a little like, come on. My thing with the article is that kind of the whole thing, not that I don't think there's some untoward behavior going on here, is just that compared with everything going on, this is just like, yeah, of course this guy's enriching himself with this position. I mean, had they not, because the reason we're talking about it is that basically the billionaires freaked out. It seems like someone went into their Signal group chat or whatever and put out a distress signal and was like,
defend David.
Right.
Go on X, the everything app, and defend him.
But had they not done this, I don't think I ever even would have seen this article.
Yeah. They love to rant and rave about how New York Times is dying and nobody's reading it. And yet they're like, everybody's talking about this from the New York Times.
Right. And then as soon as someone like does some reporting on what they're up to, they're like, everyone, we're going to war with the New York Times.
Whose stock is at all-time highs, by the way. It's so funny that they're failing, they suck shit, and their stock's at all-time highs. NYT.
But yeah, had this not happened, I maybe would have seen the headline and been like, yeah, no fucking shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then
hit max.
moved on with my day.
Yeah. Look at that. All-time highs. $10 billion corporation. Wow. Hey, everybody. This episode of the Ben and Emil Show is brought to you by Booking.com. You know, I got to say, if you're one of those people out there who's trying to grow a vacation rental business, Booking.com is the place to be. It is one of the most downloaded travel apps in the world, and it's for a good reason. Since 2010, they've helped over 1.8 billion vacation rental guests find places to stay. That's billion with a B. 1.8 billion vacation rental guests. Jeez Louise. But here's the thing. Most vacation rental hosts don't even realize they can list their properties on Booking.com. And if you're not on the platform, your rental is basically invisible to millions of Booking.com travelers worldwide. After all, they can't book what they can't see, right?
But once you start listing on Booking.com, your property gets seen by a massive global audience of unique travelers. That means more visibility, more bookings, and more opportunity to accelerate the growth of your rental business. And it couldn't be easier. You can register your property in as little as 15 minutes, and nearly half of hosts get their first booking within a week.
Wow. So if your vacation rental isn't listed on booking.com, it could be invisible to millions of travelers searching the platform. Don't miss out on consistent bookings and global reach. Head over to booking.com and start your listing today. Get seen, get booked on booking.com.
But they are they're scrambling.
They are scrambling, and they're so pissed.
They're spiraling.
Well, according to the spiraling, failing New York Times, David Sachs has 708 tech investments. Brother, I mean, I get it. That must be standard for a venture capitalist. But
you're looking for a unicorn.
Yeah. Some of them are just so fucking, like, some of them are stupid. There's one that's like an AI chat helper or something that raised $22 million. And it's just, I look at that and I'm like, okay, yeah, it's got AI in the name, and it's technically, you could say that it's going to benefit from AI.
I know some of the ones they pointed out were that he was invested in tech companies that had AI elements. And it's like, well, at this point in the game, you'd be kind of hard pressed to find a tech company that did not have AI elements invested in it.
So those 708 tech investments include 449 stakes in companies with ties to AI that could directly or indirectly benefit from his policies. And to those who were like, to the naysayers, David Sachs would say, and he's been pretty public about it, is that America must win the AI race. And he's not doing this to enrich himself. I'm not saying that he's doing it to enrich himself. I believe him when he says he wants America to win the AI race. It also just happens to be a great, great, great benefit for himself and his friends and his venture capital firm that America does win the AI race.
I don't know if I do believe him, because I think he doesn't really I think a lot of these people don't necessarily care about America. I think they care about their investments, and they're going to be fine whether or not America wins. Because I mean, when you look at, so basically he's going to the Trump administration and saying, like, look, you got to get rid of these Biden era restrictions on sales to China
from NVIDIA. Yeah.
I don't know if I find his reasoning that persuasive, where he's like, if we don't let NVIDIA sell all these chips to China, then China's going to find alternatives, and you're screwed.
I was trying to keep an open mind with that. So what Emil's referring to is the fact that Biden's administration restricted NVIDIA from selling their AI chips to foreign adversaries, including and especially China, and other international other countries, for fear that through a roundabout way, China would get them. But yeah, he
basically, in an effort to keep people's hands off these very valuable chips that are very difficult to make. There's like very few places that can even do it. That's why the whole Taiwan thing is a
cause for concern.
Yeah, because right now NVIDIA goes through what is it, TSMC?
Mm-hmm.
To manufacture all their chips, which is, I'm not going to pretend like I know anything about chip manufacturing, but I've read a little bit about it, and it's
so ridiculously complicated.
You're right. And, so those restrictions, plus doing things like provisions in the CHIPS Act to build out more infrastructure here in Arizona, so that probably not only because of the fears about a Taiwan invasion or something like that, but also just to have more capabilities to build out these chips, and
which
everything.
Makes sense to me. But yeah, his logic there is, if we don't sell to China, they're going to figure out a way anyway, and they could come up with something even more powerful and better, and then we've got a real problem on our hands. So a better alternative.
Why couldn't they do that anyway? Like, it's not like China's going to be like, oh, you guys will sell our chips? All right, then wrap up any R&D we were doing. Just forget it. Let's just buy from the Americans. Well, boys, close up shop.
His other thing is, it was actually Jensen Huang who said that if we restrict our sales,
of course,
it'll only force China to develop powerful. And of course,
that's going to be massive for Jensen Huang.
Yeah, well, and he said that the best move would be to flood the world with American technology. And in May, David Sachs flew to the United Arab Emirates and made a deal to sell 500,000 American AI chips, most of which were NVIDIA, which would likely net NVIDIA
$200 billion.
$200 billion, which was very publicly, this is not just like New York Times coming up with that figure. That's analysts and whatnot.
And people obviously pointing to the fact that the UAE is an ally of China and that those chips could then end up in
their
the,
hands.
Hands of the Chinese.
Yeah. Well, I actually, I'm jumping around.
But that's just to say, I just don't think, I don't think these tech billionaires have like the average American's interest at heart when they're making these decisions. But I mean, that's no, this is old hat. That's no difference from, Dick Cheney going from Halliburton to the vice presidency.
Yeah.
And supercharging the military contractor industrial
I liked this quote from Steve Bannon, who said the Silicon Valley billionaires are leading the White House down the road to perdition with this ascendant technocratic oligarchy. He's been very vocally against these, like, what did he call them? Out of control tech bros or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, Steve Bannon's full of the.
He's a populist,
right?
At the end of the day,
he's always throwing lines out where you're like, fuck, that actually kind of goes hard. I wish
that
Steve Bannon didn't
kind of
say
rocks.
this.
Let's see, and I also the glaring thing to me is that clearly these guys will say and do whatever they need to suck up to Trump because they know it's easy. All you've got to do, everybody's now learned the game with Trump. All you got to do is kiss his feet, suck him off, jerk him off a little bit, tell him he's pretty, tell him he's so nice and so kind and that he's the best president ever, and he will let you do whatever you want. You could fart on Lincoln's pillow and he'd be like, okay, you said that I'm nice. Go ahead.
It's the Mark Zuckerberg video where he's Trump asks him how much he's going to invest in
the
U.S. this year. And he's going,
$1
trillion? $1 billion? And then
Trump's like, that's good.
The hot mic catches him going, I didn't know how much you wanted me to say.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
I just want to say what you want me to.
And there was that Chamath Palihapitiya.
Another all-in bestie,
another billionaire, had said, he said that they backed Trump because he actually takes their calls. As if, because he was bitching that, well, the Biden administration never gets back to us. Like, well, yeah, because who the fuck are you, dude?
Right. Well,
what's your big thing?
That's my big takeaway from all this is just that it's more proof that whenever this kind of stuff happens, it's just so clear that this is like billionaire class genuinely thinks of themselves as some kind of protected minority. I'm not joking.
You're right.
The way they behave, and it works because they have so much power and because they have so much access. But it's just so bizarre to watch. And the latest example was probably the whole Zoran Mamdani campaign was just like wild watching these guys freak out.
Yeah.
And man, I wish I pulled it up. See if you could search for Kevin O'Leary talking about Mamdani. He's like on MSNBC or something like that, maybe CNN. I mean, this is a Canadian guy who I think lives most of his life in Miami. I don't think he can even vote in New York. He's going on these talk show hosts and talking about how Zoran Mamdani will not take a meeting with him. The mayor of New York, a guy who doesn't live in New York, a Canadian.
Yeah. And he's pissed?
Pragmatically, I and others who invest in real estate have tried to get a meeting to figure out what's rhetoric and what's policy. So far for me, it's been crickets. I think it's a mistake on his part. I'm a rational person. I'm only interested in one thing, and I think he has to address this. I get it what he's doing on the rhetoric, everything for free and rents don't go up. What happens on new builds? We need to build a new building. So let's say we need 20% more affordable housing. Love to invest in that. So we go to the debt and we go to the equity markets to do that. So my simple question to him is, look, I understand what you're trying to do and you got to get elected, but tell me how you're going to do this. I got to put $50 million into a building to build it, just to get it going. And the market's going to want probably somewhere between an 8% and 11%
You can pause
return
it.
on the
Because the whole thing is about that he's complaining about.
Look,
how
I'm
he
a
can't
real
get
estate
meeting.
developer. He's a real estate developer.
This is from his Wikipedia page. The O'Learys live in Miami Beach and Toronto. He's the mayor of New York.
I love that top comment.
At least.
Why do ultra wealthy expect political access at all times?
And someone says, because it is not fair if it is fair.
Hey, everybody, we've got to take a quick break to thank a sponsor of the show. It's Aura Frames. You know,
Jingle bells,
Jingle bells.
It's Christmas
Aura-
shopping time. Don't forget.
yeah, if you're a last minute shopper like your boy here or your boy there, you know the feeling. It's dismal. Shelves are empty. Shopping carts are floating by like tumbleweeds, and ideas are running low. That's where Aura Frames becomes the solution with a gift that feels personal. You know, I always struggle to shop for pretty much everybody in my life, especially my brothers. You know, what do you get the man who has everything? But I know exactly what to get my brother and my other brother. It's an Aura Frame because it's easy. It's very, very personal and very unique. You can upload unlimited photos and videos. You just download the Aura app, connect to Wi-Fi, and you can just upload whatever you want to your heart's content. You can even pre-upload
That's the best part.
photos before it ships. You can add them anywhere, anytime. You can
personalize your gift. You can add a message before it arrives. You can share photos and videos effortlessly straight from your phone
all year long. Yeah.
And it also comes with a gift box. The gift box is included. Every frame comes packaged in a premium gift box with no price tag.
Folks, it really is the perfect gift. For a limited time, save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $35 off Aura's best-selling Carver matte frames, named #1 by Wirecutter by using promo code BAYS at checkout. That's AURA frames.com, promo code BAYS. This deal is exclusive to our listeners, and frames sell out fast, so order yours to get it in time for the holidays. Support the show by mentioning us at checkout. Terms and conditions apply.
You can't wrap togetherness, but you can frame it. It's just so crazy to see. I mean, and this has been forever. You know what I mean? I remember I was in Nevada with the Bernie Sanders campaign when Bernie won the Nevada primary in 2020. And there was that famous clip of Chris Matthews. If you want to search it, Chris Matthews, Nevada, whatever. I mean, he's talking about how
Who's Chris Matthews again?
he was the hardball with Chris Matthews.
Oh,
on
yeah,
maybe
yeah,
like
yeah,
MSN,
yeah, yeah.
whatever those. And he's talking about how because Bernie won that primary, it's like it's not too long until they start like rounding them up and shooting.
They're going to shoot us.
me in
They're going to
Central
eat us.
Park.
They say they're going to eat us.
He compared it to the fall of Normandy after
Jesus
Hitler
Christ.
invaded France.
Yeah, we don't need to find
yeah,
it. Don't worry about
It's
it.
just these and it's just so funny. The smallest things like this, a modicum of objective reporting,
Yeah.
and all these guys come out. I mean, it would take way too long for us to go through all of these essay-long tweets that everyone who's even applied to Stanford has felt the need to put out.
Oh, yeah. So many. We'll get to those. But yeah, David Sachs had hosted a fundraiser for Trump for his campaign at his mansion in San Francisco. Trump was on the podcast a few weeks later, and then the administration offered him a job. So, I mean, that's pretty ducks in a row kind of situation. You host a fundraiser, he's on your podcast, and then, you get exactly what you want. And yeah, these with what he's doing, him being a special government employee, there's these ethics waivers that we basically just have to take their word on it when they say, and they really want us to take their word. His representative responded to a couple things from the New York Times and basically said he's actually losing money. This is actually really bad for him.
It's
Don't you feel bad for him?
It's the same exact thing they were trying to do with Doge, where they were like, Elon is working free of charge for the government, trying to save you, the American taxpayer, money. And
You're right.
so mean to him.
Yeah, it's fucked up. They said that he and Kraft Ventures sold more than $200 million in crypto positions, including Bitcoin and positions in companies like Meta, Amazon, and XAI. They don't say when he sold those, though, and he still has 20 crypto and 449 AI-related investments. The 438 of that 449 were classified as software or hardware makers, which is their whole thing is like, well, these are just software and hardware companies. But then, as the New York Times points out, many of them have AI in their names. There's one that's like Symbotic.ai or something like that. And yeah, they
have websites that read stuff like AI-powered automation for every decision. Resemble.ai,
Resemble, that's
AI.
what it was.
Yeah, he's also, it's the same thing with his crypto investments. He's saying that he's basically gotten rid of all of his personal crypto investments.
It just feels like sneaky verbiage of just like, I've gotten rid of all my personal things
and then
that are directly. Oh, so what about the indirect ones?
Through Craft Ventures, he has massive crypto ventures, and he obviously was helped with the passage of the Genius Act, which
for stablecoin regulations,
stablecoins.
That's a big one.
Which some of Craft's direct investments were putting out like celebratory emails and posts on their websites, being like, thank Trump for the passage of the Genius Act. This is
and
going
David
to be
Sachs.
huge.
Yeah, that was one called BitGo. So the Genius Act passed for stablecoin regulations. Craft Ventures has a stake in BitGo, just for one example, who works with stablecoin issuers. And BitGo celebrated it on their website, and they've now filed for an IPO. And Craft's 7.8% stake is worth about $130 million. But then when then in July, there was an AI software, the AI software for government contractors. There's this company called Voltron that they're invested in. Got $22 million in financing and publicized the contribution of Craft Ventures, co-founded by White House AI advisor David Sachs. And then the CEO said, oh, actually, that funding was secured before he joined the administration.
With everything,
so they've just been sitting on that press release for fucking 7 months?
With everything, they always retract and go, actually, this was way before. It happened before.
This was way before. I really like this. There's one key statement in this article. Policies that Mr. Sachs supported at the White House have laid the groundwork for his investments to flourish. That's it right there.
Right.
Like, you can't look at me with a straight face, David Sachs or Craft Ventures, and say, none of this is going to affect, in a positive way, the 449 companies that I still own stakes in, either passively or directly. It's fucking bullshit.
But that's the thing. I mean, it's obviously, the reporting is very good. It's unfortunate seeing this, but none of this is shocking or surprising.
No.
You know what I mean? I mean, from day one, and people were calling it out. David Sachs' involvement in all this, and
it's a major conflict of interest,
right? And there's so much reporting surrounding the fact that the Trump family is basically using the presidency as a get-rich-quick scheme to turn profits on all these wacky crypto investments and all.
That's been because I feel ashamed almost because we were seeing the headlines about some of the stuff that they're doing, and my eyes just glaze over because I just can't even. I don't even want to bother reading about it anymore because I'm just like, oh, another thing. Who the fuck knows?
Right.
It's fucking bad. It's real nasty bad.
I mean, the whole
such corrupt shit that I'm shocked that the entire nation isn't banging on the White House doors calling for their heads on plates.
Yeah, you truly cannot keep track of the corruption in any meaningful way because it's every day. It's like the Saudis are gifting him a plane, the Qataris are gifting. You can't even keep track of who's doing what. And it's like, yeah, of course, his AI crypto czar, who is heavily invested in all the Silicon Valley stuff, is enriching himself with this position.
Fucking fuck.
But so that's why the reaction has been so funny.
Yeah, these guys are just shameless. I don't understand. Do they not have? Do they have no shame? Do they really think that they're right? Do they really are they just telling themselves, spinning these narratives such that they're convinced that it's not, to quote the Simpsons meme, it must be the children who are wrong.
I do think they have no shame. I also think they themselves have vested interests. If I'm going to want help from White House employee David Sachs, I mean, these are all, it's mostly tech guys coming to his defense.
Yeah, list us.
So they either may need a favor from him just as a massive Silicon Valley investor, or who knows, they're going to need some kind of tariff relief in the future.
That's how you get things in this administration. You show support online, you're vocal about it. Otherwise, you're ostracized and never to be heard from again. So you gotta show up and show your support for David Dipshit.
It's basically, I mean, it's everyone you would think. It's obviously the besties with Jason Calacanis and Chamath. You had Sam Altman come out with a tweet.
What did it say?
David Sachs really understands AI and cares about the U.S. leading in innovation. I am grateful we have him.
I don't doubt that he cares about the U.S. leading in innovation. The question here is just about, well, as this is coming out of my mouth, I'm trying to think of who would be in a good position to lead this effort without there being a conflict of interest. Hey, everybody. So, as you all know, Emil and I are always doing meticulous research to put these podcasts together. And one of the tools that we've been using for the last 2 years just so happens to be the sponsor of this show, MOOMOO. For those who are unaware, what are you doing? Where you been, first of all? But MOOMOO is an all-in-one trading platform trusted by more than 28 million users around the world. And on top of having commission-free trades on stocks and ETFs, they also give you incredible insights into your favorite stocks, overall trends, and market behavior that we use to craft our episodes. On top of that, you can also check their institutional tracker, which is a great tool. It provides insights into how funds are allocating across sectors. From there, MOOMOO even gives you free Morningstar research, analyst ratings, premium news from Wall Street Journal and Bloomberg, and even insider trade data showing who bought, how much, and at what price, all before you place a single trade. Then finally, by the time you are ready to buy or sell, like I mentioned earlier, they have $0 commission on stocks, ETFs, and options, $0 contract fees for equity options, free level 2 data, real-time options chains, and advanced order types if that's your thing.
So if you want to streamline your trading, see everything you need to know in one place, and stop losing time jumping between tabs, check out MOOMOO using the QR code on screen or our link below. And for a limited time, as a thank you for trying them out, you can get up to $1,000 of NVIDIA stock as a bonus when you sign up and make a deposit with the link down below. Plus, as if that's not good enough, they'll also give you a 3% match on your initial transfer up to a maximum of $600. So basically, you can get up to $1,600 just for signing up with the link below by December 31st.
So join Emil, myself, and the 28 million other people worldwide that are already using MOOMOO every day.
I mean, academics and researchers and
good answer.
There are people without vested interests in these things.
Yeah, which used to be Sam Altman until they went
but also
major for profit.
This is not like that's why this is not like groundbreaking. I can't believe this has never happened. We've talked about the revolving door a million times of like the Obama administration. It's every industry. It's very unfortunate. And I think AOC and another lawmaker actually introduced a bill recently talking about this exact thing.
Was it Elizabeth Warren?
No, it was either like that you cannot leave your position of office and then go be a lobbyist or go work for these companies to work within the private sector that way, because what you've had, I mean, finance is it's always been like the Obama administration. People would leave their high-powered position and then go work for the company. They'd go work at Uber and then just like have all these government contacts and who they were all buddy with and be like, hey, come on, do us a little favor, okay?
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to break the taxis union in Madison, Wisconsin. Can you help us? And So yeah, I mean, it's just all of these. You have Sean Maguire, one of the scariest dudes in the world.
Which one is Sean Maguire? He's the
Sequoia Capital
That's right,
guy
that's
who tweets the most insane
that guy's
things.
fucking psychotic. CEO of Coinbase was out there showing support. But basically, it's a who's who of Silicon Valley AI crypto people
also,
voicing
dude,
their support.
There's so much
It's
gaslighting
like, all right,
stuff.
fine.
Sean Maguire was responding to he replied to someone who this guy Ryan Mack on Twitter said, "Today's been a good example of what X has become. Complaints from a subset of wealthy tech folks about a story that circulates more widely than the actual story itself. Musk bought the platform to control the message, and he and his friends are getting just that."
Mm-hmm.
And then Sean Maguire replies, which went kind of viral, "You don't get to run this headline, then write an article that doesn't validate the claim, and then get away with playing the victim. We see through the ruse." And it's like, you guys are the ones who constantly victimize yourselves.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have an entire country, not just country, world that is at your fingertips that you guys have made and locked so many people out of. And then as soon as there's
on the backs of everybody too.
Yes. And then there's some like pretty gentle reporting about what's going on in the Trump administration, and you guys act as if like
you should be grateful for us. You should be grateful that your children are committing suicide and hate themselves and are addicted to this stuff. Right. You should be grateful that we're inventing new ways to show you ads, you stupid bitch.
Right.
Shut up, bitch. Shut up, you dumb bitch. Just sit there and take it.
And they joke about buying up Jason Calacanis from the All In podcast. I wonder what would happen if we bought up all the shares, if the New York Times, all the shares, if the New York Times we could, and join the board. And so it's just like,
then we could do non-woke reporting.
You guys are playing the victim while also being like, well, what if we just bought up the whole thing? It just the way we did with everything. So now we could own the Washington Post, the New York Times, Twitter, Facebook, everywhere you go, we can just control the message.
Also, like you said, the reporting itself is quite gentle, and it leaves it. It's not so on the nose that it's saying David Sachs is taking advantage of these things. It's the verbiage is pretty clear. These things are laying the foundation. Policies are laying the foundation for his companies to potentially majorly thrive and profit. And that is something that we as Americans deserve to know about.
Yeah, I don't.
No, we should just sit back, shut up, not question anything, and fucking take it like good little boys and girls. Meanwhile, when Hunter Biden, God bless America, was getting kickbacks from not saying that it was good or anything, but when it's just the more of the same. When Biden and shit does sketchy things, they are prepared to burn down the world.
Yeah.
Hunter Biden's laptop. Okay. Fucking Trump's two crypto coins launched while in office. Let's talk about that real fast. So Trump has launched 2 crypto coins, a SPAC, ticker symbol DJT for his fucking Truth Social. Then you've got World Liberty Financial, which was founded by Trump and a member of his own administration, Steve Witkoff. Can you imagine if Joe Biden had launched fucking Biden coin, ice cream coin? I was there, gonna like this chocolate waffle cone coin, and I own 50 billion shares of it. If you buy it now, you get a special. They're telling me it's a kind of token.
If he rug pulled the country the way Trump did, I don't.
He would be drawn and quartered and burned alive.
Which he would have deserved.
Yes, sure.
Like Trump deserves that for rug pulling the country.
Just to remind everybody, okay, so because the World Liberty thing just it was set up just before he won the election, and then he wins the election. I don't know if anybody remembers Justin Sun, but he's a Chinese guy who started Tron, which is a cryptocurrency. So Justin Sun was in some major deep shit. He was under investigation by the SEC. Well, what does Justin Sun do? He does the classic thing that you just know you got to do. He acquired $75 million worth of World Liberty Financial tokens. Okay, Mr. Trump, I'm going to buy some of your token here. Thank you very much. $75 million worth. Trump takes office and goes, stop investigating Justin's son. The SEC backs off. Trump's SEC stops investigating Justin's son, who's now free and totally pardoned. Witkoff then announces that they're...
I don't know, man. It sounds like you're being pretty unfair to Justin's son right now.
Steve Witkoff then announces that their World Financial's stablecoin would be integrated into whose blockchain? Justin's son's blockchain. Tron. Wow. If that ain't a tit for tat, I don't know what is. But it gets better because in May of this year, the UAE, I believe it's UAE, MGX, their fund, their sovereign wealth fund, invested $2 billion into World Liberty Financial by using World Liberty's stablecoin, made shortly after a pardon of Changpeng Zhao of Binance. And that stablecoin, the $2 billion worth, was used to finance a deal on Binance. And then what happened 2 weeks later? When our backs got rubbed, or Trump's back got rubbed, with $2 billion worth of his stablecoin being bought to use the deal. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Emirati. Now, in exchange, we will sell you 500,000 NVIDIA chips. Remember just earlier in the episode when we talked about those 500,000 NVIDIA chips? Well, they did the right thing. They knew exactly what to do. Just do a little bit of World Financial Liberty shit. There's a Trump family business entity that owns 60% of it and is entitled to 75% of all revenue from coin sales on World Liberty Financial's blockchain. By August, it is estimated that the Trump family has gained $412 million from this venture. And Reuters found that the Trumps have made $800 million in crypto assets in the first half of 2025 alone.
I just don't know why you're treating them this way. I don't know why you would point that out.
800 million. If Hunter Biden, I just can't even. I mean, I can't. It doesn't even warrant a putting. I don't even need to say it.
It's also very funny seeing them make these arguments about, so
he's a businessman, and also they don't have anything to do with Trump.
It's
sucked my fucking dick.
It's too long to read, but there's this guy Kyle Samani who works at Multicoin and is whatever. It's all these like tech companies you've never even heard of that do whatever. And he says the New York Times post on David Sachs is a travesty. Utterly shameful journalism. Anyone who is qualified to be AI to be AI and crypto czar, both of which are rapidly iterating new technologies, by definition must be invested in many companies in these sectors so that they can learn from tech practitioners across industry and, be qualified for the job. I don't agree with that. I think there's plenty of people who are
like you said, academics,
perfectly capable of you're talking about regulating these industries, but obviously these guys are just like trying to deregulate the whole thing. It's also so funny, but it's not our fault that both of these industries are just full of hucksters and con men. Like, who are you going to find? Crypto is just full of people going to jail, ripping people off. And you're like, look, sorry, we got to get someone who's familiar with this stuff so he can help us rip everybody off.
Hey, everybody. Fall always feels like a bit of a reset. Going into winter, you got back to school, busy routine, shorter days. So finding time to cook can be really hard. And I know that personally, which is why I love Factor. Their chef-prepped, dietitian-approved meals make it easy for me to stay on track and enjoy something comforting and delicious, no matter how hectic the season gets. We're talking more variety, more meals. We've got a wider selection of weekly meal options, including premium seafood choices like salmon and shrimp at no extra cost.
You can also support your wellness goals. Okay, you can enjoy even more GLP-1 friendly meals and new Mediterranean diet options packed with protein, and good for you fats.
Oh, yeah.
Savor global flavors. For the first time, you can try Asian-inspired meals with bold flavors influenced by China, Thailand, and more.
Oh, yeah. So, folks, what are you waiting for, huh? Get yourself some food. Eat smart at factormeals.com/Bays50off and use code Bays50off to get 50% off your first box, plus free breakfast for 1 year. That's code Bays50off at factormeals.com for 50% off your first box, plus free breakfast for 1 year. Get delicious, ready-to-eat meals delivered with Factor. Offer only valid for new Factor customers with code and qualifying auto-renewing subscription purchase. I can't get over how I just don't understand how he can keep getting away with it. And I think the only answer is that we're so inundated with shit from this administration, and even when he wasn't president, that if it's not this thing this week, it's 5 more things next week. So it just diminishes the real big controversies are peppered in there, you know? Like a kid with acne. You got just zits everywhere, and then occasionally there's a giant cyst, and we're just like, well, what the fuck? The kid's face is fucked up anyway. I didn't even notice. It's a weird example. But
I tend to think he's going to keep getting away with it because we don't have an opposition party. We don't have politicians who want to make sure this stops. We don't, we've had opportunities to. This is a president who should have never been able to run again. I mean, if they got the job done with prosecuting for the insurrection and stuff like that, we would never be here right now. But I think even that, when that was all going on, you had politicians coming out and being like, "Oh, I don't know, don't force me to do anything. Don't we all just want to move on?" And it's like, yes, but if you don't. If you don't go through this process, no one will move on. In fact, we're going to go through this whole thing again and again and again.
I think it's also the fact that a lot of people on the MAGA side just don't give a fuck, or are willfully just ignoring it, or dismissing it, or don't understand it.
But that's the job of
No, I'm saying it's both of these things.
Yeah,
like it's just so I tweeted at David Sachs, and I got I told him, what did I say exactly? I said, come on my podcast and defend it, you fucking coward. You're full of shit. Here, it got 61 replies. So let's go through some of these, because they were very, very, I sent it to recording. Yeah, come on my podcast. Keep going down. And then it's just, this guy's, you sound like a potential homosexual. Who are you? Someone needs some attention, I see. I was going to listen to your podcast, but then I just went back to normal life.
These guys, I mean, I'll never understand the guy who...
I'm sure all 8 of your listeners would love that. Never heard of you. Wouldn't listen to you anyway.
I'll never understand the guy who is just ready to fucking jump in front of a bullet.
Oh, yeah. There's one guy, keep going down. Keep scrolling. He had kind of a long response. I think he might be a hate listener, because he indicated that he I think you calling anyone else a coward is laughable. You have zero opposition on your podcast, and you never correct the errors in the stories you cover. The latest Epstein emails that were redacted, somehow you forgot to mention that they have been unredacted. Just like the hipster feminine liberal you are.
Wow, that's a pretty recent episode. This guy's like keeping up with the show.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing him in my replies at some point.
What does that even mean?
Yeah, I don't even. The latest Epstein emails that were redacted, we forgot to mention that they've been unredacted.
Okay.
Also, brother, what are we, the New York Times? We got to keep up with. We're not journalists here. We're just doing a show. I'm not gonna be keeping up with literally now a fucking dozens of episodes. That one from 2 weeks ago, that there was something that came out about that.
I mean, but
sure, if it comes across our desk,
I can remember specific things. If we've pointed to things that got wrong, I remember I used an Elon Musk tweet that was screenshot and fake, and I called it out the very next week. whatever. Yes, we're never going to be able to do it perfectly.
You're a hipster feminine liberal.
But this is also such a funny example of the latest Epstein emails that were redacted. Somehow you forgot to mention that they have been unredacted. Oh my God, dude. We gotta.
What does it? Does
gotta
it?
correct. I think we mentioned it on the show that they also released it in weird ways.
Yeah.
The Democrats on the House Oversight Committee released redacted versions with the victims' names redacted. Then a group of Republicans released a bunch of unredacted emails. I don't know if that's like a big.
Me neither. I just love these.
He seems to be a viewer, so thanks for watching.
Lots of people posting, who are you? Who even are you? You're nobody.
Stay on your side.
Go talk to someone in real life. Who are you? Come on my podcast, you piece of shit, is a new meme. Congrats. No one knows who you are, you coward. These are all like 60-year-old men. No one even knows who you are. And you, hashtag Bitcoin. All right, dude. All right, go back. I got a kick out of these. Never even heard of you. Sit down. Yeah. All right. They really told. I was about to reply to one of these guys, and then I truly just went, I don't
also,
care.
what is that? This guy's thing is Socialist Pravda, Champagne Marxist. You are poor. What the fuck is? It's all fucking bots all the way down.
How dare
anyway.
you go after David Sachs? I said he's got kissable lips. Come on, man.
He did say he's got kissable lips.
Who are you? Who are you? Those got to be bots. Dude, not a great invite. All right, that's fair.
That is fair.
That's fair.
That is fair.
There were a couple people I was like, yeah, I probably could have.
Not the best way to.
But knowing David Sachs, he responds to that kind of shit. I thought he'd be like, okay, fuck you, because he's so thin-skinned. He's so thin, like, I swear to God.
Well, open invite, David Sachs.
Yeah,
obviously.
open invite. But I just, man, the crypto stuff coming out of the Trump administration, I can understand and get behind to an extent
Corruption.
Wanting a certain level of corruption. You know,
you got the power. Use it.
It's not like I've ever.
But they're being egregious with it. At this point.
Chill out, you guys. It's the fact that they seem to just be willfully ignorant about all things correlation. It's like, even if we were to grant them that, okay, yeah, he sold his Bitcoin, he sold his positions directly that he owns, there is the fact that he's got buddies, he's got all kinds of influence, and he does have a vested interest in these things doing well. Yeah, and I don't know. I agree to an extent about America not needing to dominate AI, but at least, there's an AI race towards some unknown goal. Sure, as someone who lives in America, it is in everybody's best interest that we stay in the lead to some extent. But the crypto part is like,
well, I mean, I mean, as someone who's not even particularly like interested in the U.S. partaking in some kind of AI arms race, I said it earlier in the show. I'm just surprised more people don't find it at least suspect that he thinks the best way to roll this back is to just arm China with the most powerful chips in the world. Hey, if that's
on the one hand, China is this adversary that we're neck and neck with. So why supply them with the very tools?
Dude, if we don't, they're gonna create something extra cool. So we just have to give them ours. Look, Mr. Trump, if we don't give them these, they could create the most powerful chip in the world. But
it's like they're single-handedly trying to just make our entire economy based on NVIDIA and NVIDIA chips. There's more money to be made. Our number one export can and should and will be NVIDIA chips. Yeah. Jesus.
So
the world is on Jensen Huang's shoulders. But yeah, I mean, they've made it's mind-boggling that they've got these crypto ventures that they're making hundreds of millions of dollars off of.
You know what the big problem is?
What?
Silicon Valley came of age in this kind of very strange era where they were very public facing. All of these CEOs, founders, whoever, in a way that, like, yeah, I mean, you never heard of all these finance people. If someone wrote a thing like this, they would just let it slide off their back, water off a duck's back. You know what I mean?
Well, speaking
But
of
these guys can't stand to not have anyone not love them and adore them.
Mhm.
It feels that way with all of these guys.
You know who did it right? I don't know if you saw the news today, what Michael Dell announced. I thought it was pretty damn cool.
Dude, you're getting Adele?
Dude, everybody's getting Adele. Google Michael Dell news. It'll be the first thing. I mean, if this ain't a good...
Oh, you know what? Just also before we move on from David Sachs, I went on the
David
All In.
sucks.
I went on the All In podcast Reddit.
Oh, they're just trashing him.
Yeah, which I found odd. Wouldn't that be their number one dick riders? I mean, top comment, not sure the dispassionate reporting of the truth constitutes a hit piece. It's been blatantly obvious why the besties and other Silicon Valley types back Trump, because Trump is easy to work. Give him money, praise him effusively, defend him publicly at all costs, and he will give you the keys to the kingdom, where you can do whatever you want. Just tell him it's part of his America First agenda, and he'll sign it, and he won't judge you for getting rich off it because he doesn't believe in corruption or oversight. Everyone can have their hand in the kitty.
Yeah.
Why do nerds keep claiming this is a hit piece? I'm just like, aren't you guys listeners of this fucking show?
They must just hate him so much. I don't know. I like it though. So Michael Dell, the CEO and founder of Dell Technologies, what is his net worth anyway? Michael Dell net worth.
Wow, these people are going in on
Holy
him.
shit, dude. That is wild. Michael Dell's net worth is more than fucking Warren Buffett's was. 20 years ago, he'd be the richest man in the world. 15 years ago, he'd be the richest man in the world. But anyway, he just announced with his wife, Susan Dell, that they are giving $6 billion to the Trump accounts for 25 million children. Yeah, founder Michael Dell on Tuesday afternoon at the White House to unveil a $6.25 billion gift from the businessman to supplement new savings accounts for young children passed into law earlier this year. His donation translates to $250 in starter money for about 25 million Trump accounts for families in low and middle income areas. This private money will be in addition to $1,000 in federal dollars authorized in the One Big Beautiful Bill Act for newborn children as part of an overall program that is set to begin accepting contributions next July.
I watched the video and I couldn't hear anything because his wife was really giving me the creeps.
Oh yeah, she's creepy looking.
Did you see the video they posted on Twitter?
No.
Go to like.
Yeah, it's probably on his. Oh, right there. Holy shit!
Wait,
that first one.
Yeah,
Jesus, lady.
It's a very special moment. We're making a $6.25 billion investment.
Wait, pause
in
it.
America.
Me and my scary wife are giving America's kids $250.
I saw it this morning and I was like, wait, what? What are they
and free chocolates. She's a lovely woman. Good for her.
Yeah, we love her.
Yeah, we love her.
We're big fans.
We love Susan Dell. Go on.
America's kids through our charitable funds.
Next year, every American child will be able to get an investment account powered by Invest America.
We've seen what happens when a child gets
Pause it for 1 second. She almost looks like
She looks like the grandma in-
those baby dolls they have with the big eyes.
Mhm.
She looks like one of those grown up.
She looks like the younger version of the bad lady in Weapons. In the movie Weapons.
I never saw it because I'm too scared.
Continue. This is
Powered
great.
by Invest America.
We've seen what happens when a child gets even a small financial head start. Their world expands.
The real power of these accounts is that anyone can contribute. Parents, relatives, friends, everyone can help shape a child's future.
I love her.
Philanthropists, companies, community leaders.
I just haven't heard a
If you
word she
want to be
said.
part of something truly meaningful for our kids, for our communities,
It's-
for our
the way
country,
she's
I know.
join us.
And to parents and caregivers, stay tuned.
Look
and get
natural,
ready to
Susan.
activate your child's account. Every contribution can grow over the years, just like your child.
Can you go back to her just standing there?
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh, I feel bad. Wow, does she have huge boobs?
It looks like she's had some body modifications. If I were to,
Michael Dell looks weird too. He's got slightly crossed eyes. I apologize to the women in the audience.
we apologize to everybody.
We apologize
for everything
to
we
everybody.
said. We apologize to David Sucks. Even though you do
But
suck.
truly, this is like one of those things. Crybaby Bill Ackman had actually, this was his idea, I believe, of what we should do is give every newborn child $1,000
This is
invested.
not anything new. I mean, this has been tried in pilot programs.
I hope that it works because this is that $250 that 25 million kids are going to get. Hopefully, by the time they're 18, will have grown into, who knows, $25,000 that can give them a head start in any number of ways that they choose to put it toward.
Damn, dude, I need to dive deep in the all-in subreddit because it's like,
Don't do it. I did last night. I was looking. I mean, it's
just-
nice because
well,
everybody
they-
fucking hates David
I
Sachs.
know they know more than anyone. I mean, when somebody is as big a piece of shit as Sachs, I don't think it's possible to write a hit piece. Is anything in the article incorrect or exaggerated? When it's true, it's not a hit piece. Sachs is a racist, Putin worshipping, traitorous sack of shit.
I think there's a lot of outsiders who are obviously jumping on board.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah. So
I mean, damn. The intensity of Sachs' reply and lawyering up tells you all you need to know. They struck a big nerve. He knew he was being clever by structuring his role so as to keep his craft gig, even bragged about it, but predictably created a huge perception of conflict and grift. Even if he technically complies with all the rules, he's smart enough to know this was coming and allows him to get on his hobby horse about traditional mainstream media, etc. That's a good point. I have to say, these guys, long before the Trump even took office for the second time, the Biden administration was basically the All In podcast bragging about the horrible things they were doing. Chamath and I think it was David Sachs or one of them, I can't even remember, bragging about getting an initial coin offering from things like Solana at super discounted rates, and then when it goes up, dumping all of it, and them literally bragging and laughing about it, and them going like, Chamath, how much Solana are you still holding? And he's like, oh yeah, like I'm holding it. And it's just like these guys have been bragging about their own just corruption through their tech and business holdings and stuff. That of course this guy was going to grift.
I heard that David Sachs keeps like a homeless guy tied up in his basement and goes down there to spit on him.
And that's real.
Yeah, I've heard that that's real. Google his house real fast. David Sachs' San Francisco mansion. Or just mansion.
Why, you think you'll see the homeless guy?
No,
he
it's
has
just
tied up?
it's just a fucking.
They don't
it's
have
a
any pictures of
gaudy.
the
Look at that
inside.
thing. That one, yeah. Look. Oh, cool. We've got a cramped. Where a normal person would have a nice yard, he's got instead just. I mean, am I jealous? Yeah. Do I want to live there?
Here's
Sure.
kind of my take about
This San Francisco thing, I just don't. Is the weather that fucking good? Like the views there, sure, they're pretty, but you can get that all along the coast.
I don't think there's a way to have a mansion in a tasteful manner, because no matter what, they're just all these monstrosities of a. It gets to a. I mean, you've been in like a massive house. You just start being like, what is this fucking room?
Yeah.
What is any of this?
Yeah.
And you just like have all this superfluous.
This is the toilet room.
We just have toilet.
We store all the extra toilets here. Look at that. You could just fling poo up there, no problem. $35 million mansion. All right. Well, in conclusion, folks, what do you think? I like the Dell thing feels good. I mean, that's a good. Not only is it a nice way for it's nice to see a billionaire literally giving 25 million people something. I would hope to see. It sounds like anybody can contribute to these accounts, which would be cool. Imagine if every fucking decibillionaire did something like that and gave each 25 million kids each, like, I don't know, up to $5,000. And then by the time they're 18, you'd have $50,000, $75,000, $100,000 if it keeps compounding over the course of 18 years. Jesus Christ.
Just in time to spend it all on your AI girlfriend.
Can you imagine the vape technology?
Waiting till you turn 18 so you can
fuck your AI
fucking
girlfriend.
ball out, buy your AI girlfriend all the digital goods she wants.
I can't. That's going to be very, very interesting to see how that plays out.
Have you seen that? I don't know what they're calling her, Molly or something like that. They, Michelle.
Let's save it for the bonus. The bonus. Guys, thanks so much for tuning in this week. Welcome back from Thanksgiving. Hope you ate a lot of pie. And we'll see you in the bonus. BenandEmilShow.com.
Coming up on this week's episode of BenandEmilShow.com.
Chinese girlfriend. Chinese girlfriend. Chinese girlfriend. Wait. Chinese girlfriend. Wait. Chinese girlfriend.
Wait, can you click?
Japanese girlfriend. Japanese girlfriend. Japanese girlfriend. It's you.
Hit the Thai one. Yeah.
Thai girlfriend. Won't you by my side forever?
Your TikTok algorithm is
good.
the scariest thing in the world.
Okay, I want to show you
It
something.
just knows that you love mentally ill people.